noosamining.com.au is back once again. I'm coming to you from the floor of the Noosa Mining Conference. Sitting next to me is a man with probably one of the most impressive projects going around. Managing Director for Terra Metals, Thomas Lyon. Thomas, fabulous to see you in person with super cool rocks.
They are super cool. Thank you, Shae. We're pretty excited about what we're seeing out there at the moment.
I don't blame you. All right, so let's dial this back a bit and then we'll bring everybody into the cool things that's unfolding here, or quite literally being revealed from the ground. Dante's Reef project out in Western Australia. I'm hearing whispers. Nobody's really seen anything like this in the country, which is super cool. Now, we've got these magnetite, really heavy rocks here. I mean, I just want to... I just want to pick up and touch everything. I'm not even sure where to start.
Yep.
Talk me through, because this is from the old resource and this is new drilling.
Correct.
Do we want to start with the old and move to the new?
We'll start with the old, move to the new. So this is the first resource, the maiden resource estimate that we put out of 148 million tonnes, containing titanium, vanadium, copper, gold, platinum, and palladium. So it's a big resource. You can't see the sulphides in here, but as copper and precious metals, they float beautifully into a really high-grade premium sulphide concentrate, makes a really high-grade vanadium and a titanium concentrate. So fast forward to now, we're drilling here.
This is week-old core, isn't it?
This is week-old core. So we're seeing a totally...
This is a two-hand job.
A totally different style of mineralization. This looks similar to the first reefs, the Dante reefs, but what we're seeing here is rather than 5 meters thick in the resource, we're seeing 58 up to 58 meters thick in this. So that's 11 times thicker than what we defined our 150 million ton resource on. So you can understand that there's potential for a much bigger tonnage down here, bigger open cut, deeper mining, stuff like that. And then what we're also seeing is multiple styles of mineralization at Southwest, including these.
This is where we go to my favorite one for the day.
Yep, including these massive sulphide and net textured sulphides. This is very different. We don't see anything like this in the maiden resource estimate area, Dante Reef 1 and 2. This contains nickel and copper sulphide mineralization. It's indicative of a massive sulphide type where you get the typical nickel-copper-cobalt PGM mineralization. So this shows us that we've got feeder intrusions coming up, and we've got those in the project, and we're getting massive sulphide accumulation on the edge. We're currently doing downhole EM around this to target more of this type. So
let's contextualize this for everybody, because we used a lot of technical words. And what people at home watching don't realize is just how metal dense these rocks are, because they're quite chunky, they're quite heavy.
They're pure metal.
It's remarkable. You know, I love to pick up rocks, but these have got some real heft to them. What does this mean for the Dante's Reef project? Because there's a lot of seams here, like your geo that I was just talking to, he's like, these seams just run on and on. It's remarkable. Yeah. What does this mean? Like, how are we piecing together the puzzle?
Well, the beautiful thing about it is they are like coal seams. Yeah. So, you know, once we drill into one, we know that they're going to be multiple square kilometers as a big sheet or a blanket of mineralization. And they're full of metal. They're very heavy, so they produce a lot of tons. What this means, seeing these other styles, means the project is more diverse than just the single type of resource. We're going to see much higher grade sulfides out there as well. It just opens up a greater diversity across the resource base. So we're expecting to see cobalt and nickel resources come in with the copper, titanium, vanadium. We expect that other reefs, as we drill them, are going to have different suites of metals, and it really just opens up a whole new style of exploration across the project.
Was this a surprise to find?
It wasn't a surprise. It's what we were looking for.
Okay.
It's what we hoped for. We believed that there was potential for it to be there. The fact that we've nailed it on the first drill program is maybe surprising, but it just validates that what we thought was happening is happening.
Well, it also validates the desk work that you did to hit that on the first one. You know, to go find it on the first hit and obviously have your proof of concept come through is remarkable. Something I know we've talked before about getting our heads around the scale of this project. You were showing me, aside from your presentation today, that the size of this could be as big as Singapore. Have I got that right?
Yeah, well, actually the project we have is almost twice the size of Singapore.
Oh, I undersold it. Sorry.
Yeah, twice the size of Singapore. Yeah, which is where our recent strategic investment came from Golden Energy and Resources and Gold Key Capital. So they now have almost 30% of the company, and that's why it's a relevant context to use. But also the reefs themselves, there are multiple stacked reef sequences, each 20 odd kilometers long. For an example, that's essentially the distance from Perth to Fremantle on the train line. And also if you went from Sydney, if you're looking at from the Sydney Harbour Bridge to Parramatta, think of every reef is about that long. and we've got lots and lots of them. So in that project, it's not like it's moose pasture and metal rich stuff. The entire thing's metal rich, and it's just layer after layer of this dense metal reef. And we're simply, the resource size is simply limited by how much drilling we've done.
It's just remarkable, the scale of the project that you're bringing together. All right, look, investors are going to want to know what's the next steps. Obviously, assay results pending on these bad boys.
Yep.
What else can we look out for?
Yeah, so we're just about to finish a big drill program, almost 20,000 meters. We've had 3 drill rigs, 2 RC, 1 diamond, going continuously for about 9 weeks. We've only put 8 drill holes out, so 140 odd, drill holes still to come. That'll be happening imminently and continuously over the next 3 months. We've got metallurgical updates happening. We're doing downhole EM, gravity surveys now over Southwest. New targets being defined, doing big heritage surveys, environmental surveys, opening up the next range of big targets for next year. So as soon as next year hits, we're out there with the rigs again.
All right, so big finish to the end of the year, but even a bigger start by the sound of it going into 2026.
Next year will be the biggest ever. Yep,
really?
Absolutely.
Look, I can tell you right now, I will absolutely be watching. I love watching this project develop. It's really exciting. And anybody who ever sees your rock should come and have a play with them because they're just remarkable.
Please, come on down.
Thanks, Thomas.